Hello to all the cool kids out there. This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net, and today I go live pretty much Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, doing junk journal related stuff here on my channel. So if that's the type of thing that you're into, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button for me. So today what we're doing is paper paving ribbon, which yesterday I made this, which is fabric, paving ribbon, which is just regular paving ribbon. So it's basically little scrap bundles that you sew onto ribbon that you make out of scraps. So I figured, I can make this out of paper, right? So that's when I came up with this. Hi, Stacy, and hello, Sass. Welcome. So that's when I came up with this right before I went live this morning. Well, earlier this morning, actually, I got up early and I was like, I need to make something for today. So we are making the paper version of it. And I did the stitching in several colors. Of course, you can use all one color. So this is fun. Hi, Irene. Hi, Stacy. So this is just a long strip, right? You can make it longer. You can make it shorter. You could probably just sew these little pieces onto the page that you're making. Okay. So what you're going to need is you're going to need strips of paper. These are about an inch. I didn't exactly measure, but they're about an inch thick. And these are book pages, as you can see. And I also have in here some scrapbook paper. So just little pieces of scrapbook paper that are in strips. And these are actually shorter, but I figured they'd still work here. So that's what we have going on. And then we also have little scraps of paper, like teeny scraps of paper from all sorts of things. I have in here some of my ephemera kits that are printed out, as well as just book paper and other types of paper. Okay. So what we need to do first, and I have, of course, my sewing machine. You don't need to do this with the sewing machine. You could definitely just kind of glue everything down and it would still have the same effect. Hello to River City Creative, and hi, Angela. I actually prefer to sew everything. That's just what I do. I didn't use any glue on this, but you definitely could. So here is what we're going to start with, a bunch of little scraps. And they're literally scraps, right? So I got my sewing machine, and the sewing machine that I use is the Brother Project Runway Limited Edition CE1125 PRW. That's what I'm using. And I'm actually going to be just making little collages with, say, maybe 3 pieces of paper. So like this, just 3 pieces. And it doesn't really matter what pieces. And I think I'm going to use a fun stitch for this one. I'm going to use number 31 on my sewing machine on kind of its biggest setting. I'm going to use a 4 length and 6 points width. Let's see what this looks like. That's cute. Why not? And I'm going to keep the little chain going here. So I'm not going to move my image. And we're just going to grab another piece of something. And it doesn't really even matter, like I said, but I'm doing about 3 pieces. And we are just going to continue on. Just so it doesn't even have to be even or anything at all. Keep that going there. Cut this one off a little bit. Hello to Laurel. Hi, Miss Mac. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Angela. Welcome, you guys. Okay. Choo! Oh my gosh, I sneezed. Okay. Here we have this one. Thank you. It happens, girl. I haven't gotten my robot nose transplant yet. Sorry. Okay, so this will go here. We're just making little clusters. It doesn't really even matter what they look like. They all kind of blend in. So don't get too picky now. When somebody says they have a design team project, basically they're being sponsored by that company to make a project. Like somebody gave them, like for me, I have a design team and I give them free printables every month. And that's what they call their design team project. And bigger companies do it too, like Prima and everybody. So that they can get, you know, pretty pictures and stuff to post up on their social media, or sometimes they have like examples on the back of their products. Hi, Irina. Hello, Irina. How are you, girl? Okay, so we have a nice amount of them right here already. So let me show you what we're doing next for those who can't wait anymore. My scissors are over here, so now I'm going to cut them up because they're in a nice long ribbon. These can stay together, I guess. Those can stay together. Okay. So now that we have these little clusters, and I'm using some red thread and kind of a fun stitch here. Now that we have these little clusters, we grab a piece of book paper and we're going to sew these on the clusters. And I'm going to sew down one side and then I'm going to sew down the other side later on. So we're going to, and I'm using a straight stitch for this. And then you get your next one ready. And you can give it a little space or do it right up close. Grab the next one. And then you're going to run out of this paper, right? So you're going to grab another one. Lift this, lift up that. This is going to basically connect these two pieces of paper here. Okay, it might not be even, but that's okay. Life goes on. Here's this. It's kind of a long piece. And I kind of alternate between the book paper and the scrapbook paper. Next one down, and then we're gonna get our next scrapbook piece ready to put here underneath. And they don't have to be the same size. These are different size papers, and that's okay. That's cool. And now let's add another one. We'll do this long one here. It's two of them because they were just so close together. I was like, why not? Why not? Okay, here we go. Okay. I'm going to put another one here. Then we're going to connect another piece down here. Hang on, something is wrong. Okay. So here's what you can see that we have done. Sewn them onto the strips of scrapbook paper, book paper, scrapbook paper. And then we're basically going to sew down this other side eventually. I might do it with a different ribbon, with a different thread color. Just keep sliding this backwards. Okay. Alright, so I have this one. This is what we're going to use next. And now I've got to make more collages. But this is what we have so far. Just little piece collage sewed on top of a ribbon of paper and scrapbook paper. And we're going to sew this side over here with another thread later on. Let's make more collages. Okay. So I'm back to my little scrap papers that are over here. Well, I guess the shot should be the same. Let's see. Just little pieces of book paper, little pieces of ephemera paper, like cut up. And then we're going to sew them. And I believe I said number 31. I believe I did a 4 on top and a 6 on the bottom, I believe. Just picking up random pieces, literally. Not really worried about it. Some pieces are really long. That's okay. Not really bothered. Okay. Right there. Again, I'm using about 3 pieces of little scrap paper here. Yesterday I just used straight stitch, but today I'm going a little crazy. Using a little bit of a fun stitch here. Looks good. Got my scraps. I got my scraps here. And then I think tomorrow, same time, same place at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I think I'm going to make this in lace because I look at YouTube, at Pinterest now, and it seems that this can be done with lace too. So I'm gonna get some lace and I'm gonna do this tomorrow. That's what we're gonna try tomorrow. And if you're new to my channel, I do go live at the same time at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And like I said, we just do some junk journal stuff for about an hour or so. And you are welcome to join us, of course. Try and have like a nice crafty hour moment. I even have pieces of fabric paper that I made for my book covers. They are going in here as well. Why not? Yeah, that did look good there. No, I don't like it. Nope, get out of here. I changed my mind. This looks good right there. And then this like plum paper here. Plums. Okay, we have a nice long chain of these now, which is wonderful. Hope everybody is surviving summer. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. The heat is real, you guys, and it's here. For reals, though, it's here. Even though there's still snow up in the mountains. I just find that so weird. It's June, and I still see snow on the mountains. You might have been able to fool me and tell me that was normal in May. Okay, I guess that's pushing it. I've never seen snow in the mountains in May, but okay. But in June, girl, I don't know, in Las Vegas, I don't know. It's not, that don't make sense. But I'm the only one bothered by it. Everybody else is just enjoying the weather. Everybody else is just living their life right now. We actually had a spring, Laurel. That's why I'm confused. Like, we actually had a spring. We normally don't have a spring. Heat starts in May here in Las Vegas. In May, it's normally 100 degrees. And the whole month of May, it was so nice, like 75, 80. That's just crazy. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. Okay, so let's see. And they don't even have to be even or make any sense at all, these little clusters. Yeah, it was actually really nice to be here for that month of May. Like, wow. This is what California must feel like. That's what I kept thinking. We must have it this good all the time. My plants loved it. Now it's going to be hot. I'm working on keeping them alive. I'm working on keeping my plants alive. That's another struggle. Okay, let's see what we have now. That is a nice long chain. Okay. Kind of try and get these off to the side. Let's cut these up. It's a lot easier to leave them in a little chain like this. Okay. Okay. So here is the roll we were working on. Hi, Liz. Here's the roll you're working on. We're over here. You could attach it to our other roll that I made earlier. Totally could. Still going on with the red stitch. I'm going to switch it up soon. And we're going a straight stitch now. And we need to switch over to book paper. Put in that little piece. We go over here to this piece. Go to this piece. And we got to put in a piece of scrapbook paper next. Again, I did this yesterday with fabric. Gathered up little, what are you going to do with once you finish them? I'm going to use them for borders on journal pages or as belly bands. It could be decorated for a lot of borders, like a pocket needs a border, put that there. Decorations on a page. Yeah, I think that would be pretty. Hi, Nana's Cooking. Welcome. Like I said, I made this from fabric, and I'll do the same thing. Use them as belly bands. I was thinking this would be a pretty cool technique for a junk journal cover, even. So it's like when I said I decided to make them out of paper because I thought that would be kind of interesting too. I'm like, it's so crazy, it just might work, and it is working. It's great. Okay, now we're at scrapbook paper. Now we're at book paper. And they could be a little thinner than each other, no problem. But they are about an inch wide. They're just pretty to look at. Karina, you're funny. They are. I do keep looking at them. The fabric ones are very interesting to look at. Definitely. And it's up to you how far away you space them out. Like I said, when you run out of paper, you lay over another piece on top. And then one of these little collages, kind of like a Band-Aid. kind of like that, yeah. Ow, ow. Okay. The idea actually comes from a blog. Is it called The Linen Closet? Let me see. Let me look it up. I'm going to link it down below so you guys can check out the store. I think she sells these in fabric. Crazy Paving Ribbon. If you Google Crazy Paving Ribbon, you will find the website is called, it's from Pinterest. Oh, the linengarden.uk. Yeah, the linengarden.co.uk. She made this out of fabric, which I replicated, kind of. Hers is a lot cuter. And then I'm like, you know what? This would be good out of paper. So shout out goes to her for coming up with this idea. Okay. And then we're going to put one of these. This is so long already. It's kind of ridiculous how long it is. I'm going to put another piece right here. I do kind of make them rectangle shape, if that makes sense. The little collages, that's my only worry, is to make them longer because it's 1 inch of the ribbon. Of course, it could be wider than the paper. There's no rules or anything. There's no rules at all for anything, you guys. Just do what you want. And then that's the last of the little collages that I have. So we can start this. Okay, so now I have this incredibly long. I feel like I'm pulling out tickets from one of those prizes at Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, so let me get another thread color so we can kind of make this a little bit fun. Just a little bit fun. I could use orange. Or blue. Blue would be cute. Okay, let's use blue. This like baby blue would be kind of cute, I think. A little patriotic, but that's okay. Hey, it's almost close to the 4th. Aren't they fun? These are a lot of fun. I've never made these. These are new to me. Okay. Get this baby threaded up. There we go. Hello, Benjamin. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to spend some time doing the other side of the stitching. And so it's going to look pretty funky in a different color. Where's my little cover for this? little thingy. What did I do with it? I'm losing everything, y'all. It's okay. Luckily, we don't need it. I don't think. What happened to it? Okay, here it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's do this from the other side. We're starting on this side because I want to do this stitching here. On this side. Long straight stitch here. And you do want to keep some of the papers from coming up in your stitching like this. Oh, that happened. Okay, it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be straight. Just trying to keep this side of the snippet down. This is what it must feel like to be on Project Runway. All the pressure. Like, I used to watch Project Runway like nothing, and then I started sewing, and I'm like, oh my god, this is hard. Like, to try and go straight, like, and then you're on a time crunch, and like, oh my god, no. Although I might make a paper dress one day. Who knows? I'm just kidding. I don't know how to make anything. Where? Okay, that was the end of it. So that looks really good. Now, now you see parts don't lift up because they're all nice and sewed down. This is a nice long roll right now as it is. As you can see, I've gotten much faster. Well, I think this is a lot faster than it is with fabric. Definitely that. So such a nice long roll already. I think I'm going to end it. Well, I guess I could attach it to this one. And make it even longer. But I think this will be good for now. Because it's so long already. Actually, let me do one more line down the middle. Just because I feel like it needs it. I don't know. I'm going to do one more line. I'm going to do a zigzag stitch, I think. Just because I want to keep some of these little pieces from rising up, kind of. So I'm going to choose a long and wide zigzag stitch here. Got down the center of everything. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm not really worried. Like butter, you guys. Like butter. Oops, got twisted right here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So you guys know I just got to do the most, but it just has this little, you can barely see it, faint crisscross. You can see right here. Down the whole middle so that I can make sure that nothing lifts. But they still do. But hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So that's this one. I'm going to make another one. But I think I'm going to end it right here. So, hi, Valanda. I'm going to end this roll right here. So let me roll this up. And I'll get a paper clip going here. So that way it can stay put. Just 1 second. I'm rolling this up here. It's not the easiest thing to do. Okay. Nice roll here. Very easy to do. I guess this is about 4 yards of roll right here. I think, or maybe like 3. Maybe it's more like 3. I'm going to put my giant paper clip on it just for now. And let's get started on another one. So, I still have the baby blue thread in here. And I think I'm going to try and use another fun stitch. Ooh, I like this stitch. It's kind of like a fishbowl. I don't know what it's called. It's a bunch of like little V's down a line. It's number 50 on my machine. And you guys know I like effortless projects where like you don't have to really think about a lot. You kind of just put it together and it just works. That's the kind of projects I like. See this? I'm just gonna put these down like that. And so let me use this on the widest, longest settings on everything. Okay, so that'll work. Then here I'm working on my collages. Again, doesn't matter, but I put about 3 pieces of paper. Just put them together in some sort of fashion. But like I said, kind of making them like a little bit long. Not like a square, but like a little bit like a rectangle shape of a collage. How much the sewing machine? How much my sewing machine cost? This one's $130 at Walmart. $130. There's older models that might be cheaper, but this one is $130. Yeah, it is, and it has like 100 stitches, and you can do buttons, and I think you can. I don't know if you can freehand with it, but it does really nice stitches actually. I recommend it, but I do recommend you get the warranty because they are problematic sometimes. Sometimes they're a little problematic, but I have found the warranty to be great. Very helpful. Yeah, they have older models on Amazon. I haven't found this one on Amazon. So I have looked, and it's not there. Hi, Ray. Welcome to the party. These are really addicting to make. Just like any of these like little collage projects are fun to make. Hey, April. Welcome, girl. Let's get this here. Are you back from vacation, April? How are you going to use this ribbon? As a border decoration, for journal pages, or for like pockets or anything that needs a border. could also be a good technique to, if I could somehow make this into a cover, but from fabric, it's a lot nicer to make from a cover. Oh man, April, I hope you get better soon, girl. Get better soon. Oh my goodness. That really ruined your trip. That sucks. Sucks. That's why I don't plan to go nowhere. See, that's why. That's why I stay my butt home. Okay, we have a nice long chain of these little collages already. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. This, and that could work here. Okay. Just if you bring out your smallest scraps, you guys, literally the pieces you didn't want to throw away for some crazy reason, bring them out. This is your time now. That looks good. And then this, and then this. Why not? Why not? This one. And I just have this random piece of scrapbook paper. Let's go. Let's go. Also, belly bands. You can use these as belly bands. They would look so cute. I think I'm going to do that next journals. So I want to have a nice bunch of this. I could also just sew these little clusters directly onto the journal pages too. You don't have to really make it into a ribbon if you don't want to. It is so addicting, though. You'll love it. Come up with your own variations, do your own little thing. Let's all share ideas and make it better. Okay, so this. Let's see. Why is nothing looking good now? I need more scraps. Like I said, come back tomorrow. Well, I'm not saying I'm leaving yet, but if you come back tomorrow I'm going to be trying to make these, but out of lace scraps. So that'll be interesting to see. See what that turns out like. I think it'll be good. I think it'll go well. Let's see if this yellow will be cute. Hi, Patricia. I hope you're feeling okay. Let's see. This will go right here. Okay. Oh, thank you, Karina. You're sweet. Thank you very much. nice little, ooh, like that. Yeah. One more, and then I think I'm gonna get to making another roll because I already have a lot of these collages. Like a lot. Keep going. Let's just keep going. I've almost used up all these scraps. That's great. Hey. Awesome. This. Oh, you know what journal I really want to make? I really want to make a journal like out of like trash, out of like recyclables, you know? Because, oh my God, I get like 10 credit card offers in the mail every day. Like, they know your girl's in debt and they want to give her more. Like, I'm just kidding. They always want to give the people with no money credit cards. So here I am. I'm just kidding. Here I am getting all these offers. I get enough of it. I get enough. And then, you know, I'm going to make this junk journal out of these credit card offers, and then I'm going to mail them over to MasterCard. I'm going to mail them the junk journal to MasterCard, see how they feel about it. Send it to their public relations. Like, how do you feel about all this that you're sending me? How would this make you feel? Okay, let's get this right here. There, and then why not? They probably put it up in their corporate office, girl. They love that kind of stuff. It'd be like their marketing stunt for the year. Okay, so let's get in the groove here. Let's cut these apart now. Did you guys hear one terminal in LAX has no power? I think they said it was Southwest Airlines. Their terminal has, they have one terminal with no power, and they canceled a lot of flights out of LA. I only know about this because my one friend here in Vegas posted about it on her Instagram, about how her flight was canceled. She was going to LA and her flight was canceled because they have no power. Craziness. I think they'd have backups. You're funny, Kayleen. That's a good revenge plot. I've also heard people like they get those, you know, postage paid for by the company labels, and they'll send them like a box of rocks that they have to like pay for. Okay. So here's my little collages. Let's start another ribbon. So I'm going to use book paper first. And we are going to be using a straight stitch. I'm just going to use a straight stitch down the middle, just because it's the easiest right now. And I don't want any headaches. So down the middle, here we go. Grab another collage, put it down. Now when we run out of that paper, we're going to grab another scrap of paper, put it underneath. It doesn't have to be the same width or anything. It could be a different width. That's fine. And then we're going to put another piece of paper right after it. And we'll just keep on going like that. This piece will go right here. And then, so I alternate from book paper to scrapbook paper, book paper and scrapbook paper, just like that. You're by Vegas and I would die. Yeah, no, yeah. I don't think, that must be hard to work with, but I don't, not the whole airport, but just a terminal in the airport. Just happens to be Southwest. It sucks. Okay, put a piece there. We've got a collage. Okay. I saw a video of a lady doing this just with strips of paper, but I really like the little collages. Yes, the little collages on top make it, just looks cute. I've never seen it. And then Pinterest suggested it to me. It's a perfect way to use up all your scraps. I have way more than this, but yeah, get the idea. And nothing has to be straight. I'm not really concerned with it being straight or not. It's quite all right. Scrap paper. A little collage to go with it. Definitely a great way to use a book pages. Definitely that. That is, that's probably the best part because I have so many of them. Oh my god. I have so many book pages. Stitch those together. Oops, oops, oops. It flew away. I don't even know how that happened. It got away from me. Yeah, plenty of book. I have plenty of books. I just use the cover and I have a bunch of books. Okay. Then I gotta find out. I think maybe I'll even use this hot pink for the other color that I'm gonna use on it. Sounds kind of cool. Yeah, that hot pink is really nice. I'm in love with this hot pink thread. It'll be a nice contrast to this baby blue. Let's get that. What was it? Is that book page? Okay. Page, no scrap of paper. Okay, again, you can space them out a little bit. They don't have to be right next to each other. Sometimes I'd rather prefer that look. But okay, so here we go. We got our nice, another long ribbon here. Just this really funky looking little collages. Yeah, some of these are pieces of fruit, ephemera. So like there's some grapes in here, and then there's like that peach or something right there. Okay, so it's nice and long. Let's get this pink ribbon on. Let's do that. Not ribbon, it's thread. Sorry, not ribbon, it's thread. Okay. Okay. Here. Up, down. Up, down, all around. Oh, wait, why am I putting the teal? Oh, my gosh. I put the teal. The teal. The pink, that's what we need. Okay. I also grabbed a baby pink, but I like this hot pink. It'll stand up more on camera. I'm gonna make the cutest belly bands on journal pages, or like I said, journal, just edge decorations. Okay, where is the hot pink? Let me go get the hot pink bobbin. And I did pick really sturdy book paper. So this is not a thin book page. This is really thick. Okay, I was able to rip it, but it's it's really thick book paper. So don't pick thin book paper. Pick thick book paper. Okay, so here's my little Bobberini. Bobberini. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. I'm sticking with it. Okay, so we're going to do some stitches. I'm going to do straight stitch down one side, and then we'll do the straight stitch down the other side. Trying to stay a little bit close to the edge. The idea is I don't want these flopping out like that. That's why I'm sewing down the sides. I feel like I'm sewing raffle tickets. It is difficult, and that's kind of why I buy a million bobbins and I try to have them loaded at all times. That's the worst part of going live, when I have to do a bobbin change and I don't have it. Okay. So now let's do this other side again. I'm doing straight stitch. All right. That was a lot of fun, you guys. And in this amount of time, I was able to make a lot of this ribbon here. And again, you can keep this rolled up, ready for you to, you know, work with next. Trying to get it all straight and pretty here. Fun project to use up all of your scraps and maybe use up some book paper. Some book pages, you guys. So here is another one. And I got more of these giant paper clips. Hey. Okay, so this. So here's what we done today, you guys. 2 big old piles in an hour. That's not bad, you guys. For an hour, definitely not bad results. So I am loving this project. I'm probably going to keep using this technique because, oh my God, it's just so much fun to make, honestly. It's so easy and you use up all your scraps. Maybe I'll even have this up in my shop if anybody is interested in buying it. A lot easier to do than the fabric one. Again, the inspiration comes originally from this fabric crazy paving ribbon that I did yesterday. And tomorrow I'm going to attempt to do lace, this effect in lace. So that'll be a lot of fun. I hope you guys join me tomorrow. I'll be here at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do appreciate your guys' support and for checking me out and coming to see me every day. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Patricia. Thank you to Nana's Cooking. Thank you to Laurel. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Kayleen, Patricia, Karina, Jessica. Who else is hanging out? Ray, Linda, of course, to Irina. Let me say thank you to Valenda. Thank you to Benjamin. Karina, of course, thank you for the tip, girl. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a good day, you guys. Bye.